Hello and thank you for tuning in. In this video we are going to run through the CFAD process for the California Adult Education Program. So in the first video we went through the basics of the main consortia and member dashboard, and now we're going to drill into a CFAD for a specific consortium. As we learned in the first video, I can search by name. So here I have found my consortium. Click there and scroll down to the CFAD. So we can see historical CFADs, my 1920 is currently in a draft status. So I will click there. It's important to note for the CFAD that once the state level allocation comes in and is dispersed amongst all of the consortia, then the CFAD process is able to be initiated. And once the CFAD process is completed, that will allow for the annual plan. And once the annual plan is completed, that will then allow for the member budget and work plans to be completed. So there is a sequence to these things. Just be aware of that. The CFAD is the first step in the annual process. So I've found greater opportunity through adult learning. I went to the dashboard. I clicked on the current year CFAD, which is in draft status, and I'm taken to a workflow. And in that workflow, I'm going to ask for the disbursement method. Your current disbursement method is direct funded. Do you plan to continue with this for 1920? And I'm going to say, yes, we do. If I chose not to, we could change to fiscal agent funded as well. So I come in to the narrative and I can update my narrative, or I simply select a box that says narrative is unchanged for 1920, or I can edit that. Next step is around the agencies and the certifiers. So we've got lots of members in this particular consortia. Cabrillo CCD. The member representatives are Matthew Wetstein and Annabelle Rodriguez. Again, I can remove them or add a certifier. And I can mark them as voting only, so they won't be receiving funding potentially. Pajaro Valley, I can do the same. So once I've completed all of the certifiers for each member and marked them non-voting only or non-funded as appropriate, then I can go into the allocations. So I've done a little pre-work here. I can see the historicals for reference. I've given Cabrillo CCD, Pajaro Valley Unified. These are our funded members. Santa Cruz County Office of Education is yet to get an allocation. So I can see in red here that I have $66,625 remaining. I put that in. Only when my total remaining comes to zero does this workflow step mark as completed. Once I do that, I can go into the preview page. From here, I can bookmark this again. We're familiar with bookmarking. I can share it. So I can send this to email addresses and add comments in there. Okay, I'm about to submit our CFAD. Please, everybody, take a look and make sure everything looks in line before I submit. Thank you. I can do something to that effect. And here I have our funding channel, the narrative, allocations, and all of the certifiers for each of the members. This one has already been approved. I just took it out of the approved status for the purposes of this demo. So at this point, I am going to submit it. I'm going to put my comments in here. This will send a note to all of the member representatives. Click OK. And then I have just submitted that CFAD for approval. Once all approvers have gone in and certified, this CFAD will go into a certified status, and then we're on to the next step. So thank you for tuning in. If you have any questions on any of these videos, please use the help desk from the NOVA landing page. Thank you very much.